Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. This is what Sam Adeyemi has to say about the lawsuit filed against him and other Endsars protesters. Hello, everyone out there. A very one big shout out to you. I so much appreciate you all. Thank you so much. God bless you. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and to subscribe if this is your first time. Truly, really, we appreciate you. Endsars came with the intention for ending police brutality and later bad governance was what Nigerians, we began to seek for. But guess what? The government today feels so threatened about it. Hence, they have taken to intimidating the youth who should be the leaders of tomorrow. Whatever they're doing, I just want you to know that don't be broken in spirit. You can break a man's hand, but you cannot break his spirit. Because when determination becomes the watchword, a man is ready to take the skies. Nigerian government has not seen the need to develop, create job opportunity, and to make our environment a safe and a better place. Anyone who stands up to oppression and bad governance become a target, becomes one that they are scared of because they have no solution. And that's why youths, again, we must be true to the cause that we have to stand up as one and one unit. 2023 is a determinant of what will happen in this country. Let's carry on with the news and get all the details. This is what Sam Adeyemi has to say about the lawsuit filed against him over Endsars protests. This is what he has to say. The Endsars protest came with the mind of ending police brutality and later aggravated to bad governance. And a lot of personalities joined the protest. And later, the president had to put an end to the protest. This got many people angry, but they just have to obey the authority. Because recently, there have been a list of people sued to face court for joining the Endsars protest. This list has Aisha Yusuf, Foz, Burna Boy, Sam Adeyemi of Daystar, and so on. About 50 persons. Most of the people involved have spoken, and I have been waiting for what Sam Adeyemi will say. During the protest and after the protest, he has been very encouraging to the youths of Nigeria, speaking emphatically that change is not a luxury, but a real necessity, what will make us move forward. Who sent the guys? Who sent the people? And who gave the order to shoot at young Nigerian children, youths, people who are the leaders of tomorrow? Who sends those guys? Who asks them to leave the barrack? Who asks them to come to where civilians were when there is no war? Who? That question has not been answered. Yet, they go about intimidating the very people who are asking for a change in our system of governance. We can make our country a great nation if everyone could have a voice, knowing that it is a democratic setting where the voice of the people should not and cannot be undermined. Nigeria is a great country that needs a re-overhauling. We have all potentials, avenues to make this country a better place. But it's sad to see that some persons will not want to turn the course of time to invent into what we are and what we should be today. Hello, my people. So that's it. Who gave the order? Who did? Who gave the order? Who asked the police to leave the barracks, to come into where civilians are? Who asked them to come in? Who asked them? It's very sad that our government are not comfortable in their own skin and they don't want Nigeria to be a better place. They feel so threatened that anyone who is clamoring for change wants to overtake them. And the cry for relevance becomes what has been driving them. And so they can't see beyond their nose. Some of them, it's not just the cry for relevance, it's greed, I must say. They want to be in charge. And so when they feel that they are losing that grip to power, when they feel that they are losing that grip to be the one in charge, they become so scared. So when they feel that they are losing grip when they feel that they are about losing that position, they become very scared. Oh no. If you want to truly embrace change, what you do, you bring these people with the ideas to your fold and you begin to relate and work with them and say, so what do you have? How can we make it better? Guess what? 300% they will be more than happy to support you, to stay with you, and to give you the strategy. You will be celebrated. It will not have taken away from you, not even a single thing. But guess what? It would have made you relevant, even in the scheme of things. And people will see you as an elder, as a father, and will embrace you and will say you are a man that is dynamic, ready for change. Rather than being afraid and intimidated, it is time for our government to rise up to the cause that people, leadership, ruling, it's not about dictatorship. It's about involvement. It's about carrying everyone along. It's about being there. It's about having a listening ear. It's not about, I tell you a sincere and a true story that happened. Yes, a young boy grew under his father rulership who had a vast kingdom. And this kingdom was so enormous. His father was, in the 14th century. Literally, they go to war. Kings go to war. It's not like you are the commander in chief and you stay in Aso Rock and you send the army. No, kings go to war and they stay in front, depicting the arrowhead. What leadership should be. Leadership, you lead from a front. You lead from front, not from behind. You don't just give your words. And so this king, he was a well-loved, honored king by his people. He conquered so many land and he acquired so many property. Of course, the call of nature comes in. He grew old and it was time for him to go to be with his ancestors and to go on and to move on. And his young son, who has grown up under the reign and see the vast kingdom, his father was able to acquire. Well, guess what? Was so afraid to take on this mantle of leadership. And what did he do? The people came and said, as good as your father is, there were some things he didn't quite do well. Could you please work on this area? And when people speak to you, the wise thing to do, especially for king in those days, you go and take counsel with the people around you. Of course he did. And he went to the old men who had grown up with his father and have seen some deficiency and said, here and there, they said, I've missed it. My father did not quite do well. What do you think? And he said, okay, do this to the people. I said, okay, fine. Then he went to the young men that grew up with him. And the young men said, no, 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 no. You have to show them you are tough, just like what Buhari is doing. You have to show them that you cannot be moved around. You have to show them A, B, C, D, D. Guess what? He lost the kingdom. That's the end of anyone who tries to fight with change. Leave us a comment. Let's hear your thoughts. God bless you. Bye for now.